In today's training, I'm going to be walking through how to model a Grantor Retained Annuity Trust. This type of trust is typically used to model a wealth transfer to heirs and the reduction of estate taxes. In this example, I did want to point out that if you ever need to make an adjustment to the hurdle rate in your model, you can find that setting in Plan Settings, Inflation and Growth, down here in Hurdle Rate. To make an adjustment, you can just click on that item and edit it. I am going to create a what if plan so that I can show the client an example of where their estate is today versus where they would be with the suggestion of a Grantor Retained Annuity Trust or a GRAT. Let's create this plan, and once this opens up, we can go to our plus button in the bottom right hand corner, select trusts, and then we're going to select the GRAT from the drop down option trust types. Your grantor is going to be the person who is funding this trust, so it's going to be someone in your plan, and then we're going to give this a name. In this example, this is not an existing trust. This is something that we are making a recommendation to our clients that they do. For a GRAT, the term type is typically between 2 and 10 years, so we're going to enter in a term of 5 years for this example. And if this is a backloaded GRAT, we're going to turn this toggle on and we're going to give it a rate. If you have any questions about what these items are or what they mean, we do have inline help available. You can click on these hyperlinks and get more information about how these items would affect the modeling of this. Couple of things to keep in mind: the grantor will receive payouts during this term from the annuity, and then once the annuity terms out, whoever you define as the beneficiary will receive the remainder in the trust. So the beneficiary of a GRAT is typically the dependent or child of a grantor or an heir of the grantor. So I'm going to select Lillian, who is their adult daughter, and I'm going to click Done to save. Once I've done that, you'll notice that we now have the trust section in the dashboard, and then under savings and investments, we now have this GRAT default account. I can open this up, and if we wanted to go into the growth section and model a specific fixed growth rate or a specific portfolio, we can do that. I'm going to click into use portfolio and model it as a moderate growth rate portfolio that I have in here. Once I've done that, I want to now transfer some accounts into this investment account. So I'm going to go to my plus button and I'm going to go to transfers. I'm going to transfer to that GRAT default account that we were just looking at, and I'm going to transfer from their stock portfolio 2 account. I'm going to transfer all available, and rather than this being a recurring event, a GRAT needs to be funded all at once. So I'm going to go to timing and I'm select plan start, set that as my start event, and then I'm going to save and add another. Again, I'm going to select my GRAT as the transfer to option and transfer from this stock portfolio 1, and I'm going to do a specific amount of 8 million. And I'm going to do this again as a one-time event and set that as my start event. Clicking done to save. One thing on this plan that I wanted to do is go down my plan settings and turn on this option to save excess income after retirement. I just want to do that because I want to capture those annuity payouts for my clients so that we're not just assuming that those get spent, since those are rather large payouts from the trust. I'm going to go to year view and show you a couple things that you can see from this GRAT model. So if we go to the investment section, you can see that we have these withdrawals from those 2 stock portfolios that our clients owned. We're fully withdrawing from stock portfolio 2, and then we are doing a partial withdrawal from stock portfolio 1, and we're contributing all of those funds into our GRAT default account. If we go over here to year 2, you can start seeing withdrawals that are occurring. And you can see up here, we turn on the details. We have other income flowing into our client's cash flow for 5 years. That's the 5-year term that we set on that trust. Those are going to be paying out to Bob for 5 years, and then we're capturing them in the cash account since we turned on that save excess income so that we can capture that money in his account here. And then once that 5-year term is up, that GRAT is fully withdrawn. We're going to go over here to overview and legacy, and we're going to compare these two plans against each other so that we can see what the legacies look like side by side, and we can see the difference in the federal tax estate tax difference side by side. So that's one way that you can show your clients the value of your advice, is by showing them the estate tax difference. And then also over here on insights, you can go to our potential estate tax insight. You can do a comparison against your base plan and show them the side-by-side comparison of the estate tax outcome. I prefer the estate tax comparison view, and then you can show them any given year that estate tax difference between the two plans. That is another good visual for this. I hope that this has been helpful. If you have any questions or you would like some help modeling out a GRAT that you're working on or anything else, feel free to reach out to us at support@planwithvoyant.com, or you can click the name of your client in the top right corner, request support, enter your message here in the text box, and share client access. Thanks for listening.